Uh, how's the group looked overall through the first couple days of spring practice? What stands out to you?
We have a lot of new depth and a lot of new guys, so the first couple of days for us is just coming together as a group and just building chemistry. We don't have pads or anything on yet, so it's a lot of communication, a lot of just getting to know how these guys talk and how these guys play, but overall it's been really good so far.
I know, like you said, it's early, but any maybe newcomers who've caught your eye or anybody who stood out to you so far?
Every newcomer looks great. They're all good dudes, and we're just really pumped to have them in our unit.
How do you look back on your season last year? What stands out when you think back on that year you put together?
Just an absolute blessing to be able to play with those guys and to send, T. Haynes and Ernesto and Payne out with the bowl victory is just incredible. It was just a blessing to be a part of the first bowl win in UTSA history. That was just an amazing experience.
Were you happy with how you stepped up to the challenge of being the starting center? What was that part of it like?
There's a lot. I'm highly critical of myself. So there's a lot of stuff that I do know that I need to improve. But overall, I think it was a pretty good transition for us and for myself. And but there's a lot of stuff that I want to improve on.
What were some of those areas that you identified that you want to work on?
Definitely, I just want to focus on myself. Just getting off the ball faster. Just improving like overall strength and mobility a little bit. Yeah. I
know last year you were kind of going through spring practice thinking you're going to be number 2 at center. Is it different this time around, kind of having that starting spot and being that guy?
It's definitely different because I think now that I'm a little bit older, I have more of a leadership role, so I can help lead these guys. So it's different in that sense. But there's competition everywhere, So, and I appreciate the competition because it's going to make all of us better, So I'm not thinking that I'm going to be the definite starter. I'm just going to compete my butt off every single day, trying to get better and focus on what I need to get better at, as well as leading the guys.
Does that part come naturally to you, being a leader and being talkative in a practice setting?
I'm more of a quiet guy. I've always been kind of shy, so it takes me a little bit to get vocal and get out of my shell. I think of myself more of like a lead by example. If somebody looks at me, I'm doing everything right, then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do what Luke's doing. That's what I think of. I'm not as much vocal as I need to be. That's something that I need to work on for sure.
How about the physical side of your development? I know you had some injuries in high school and early on here that might have slowed that down. Where are you at in terms of your kind of growth and where you want to be?
I'm extraordinarily healthy. It was a blessing to come out of last season healthy, and I feel great going into the spring. Don't feel really any of my old injuries, so I'm feeling 100%.
How much different is it in that O-line room not having guys like T. Haynes and Ernesto who were kind of fixtures there for a long time?
It's definitely weird because, I'm going to my 4th year and, T. Haynes has been there every step of the way for me as well as Ernesto. And even Payne stepped right in and was able to lead too. So it's a little bit of a change, that we're all having to adjust to, at least the guys who have been here. But, hopefully that I can, I'm able to step into those shoes and help those newcomers, see what the culture is like around here.
I know Mekhi Hart's hurt right now, but is he still involved in all those different kind of meetings, settings, and things like that? What's his role right now?
Absolutely. He's in all of our meetings. He's very vocal still. I know he's going through his own thing, but, he is still a leader in our room. Everybody has respect for him because of what he's done. He was a part of the 2021 team that won the first conference championship. And, as much as we wish we could have had him last year, he's still there right by our side, which we all appreciate and we all trust him. He's just got such a knowledge for the game that we all can lean on him if we need to, especially when he's on the sidelines as well. I know he helps coach all of our coaches out as well in the room.
What did you think about Burford getting all that time in the Super Bowl?
What an amazing role model for us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like he is just the pinnacle of what we want to be. And he was such a great leader when he was here, and he is just such a great role model for us in that room. Just to try to strive to be like Spencer.
Coach Traylor told us last week that he intends to be kind of tougher on guys this spring compared to last spring. Is that something he's talked to you guys about, or you notice anything in that regard?
We're playing in the American Conference, for the second time. This is our second year in the American Conference, and we weren't as successful as we wanted to be last year. So it's natural that we need to step it up another level. So it's something that it's been flowing. You know what I mean?
What does that say about the expectations in this program, and what do you think this team is capable of this year?
I think we're very as long as we play for the triangle, I think we can do whatever we set our mind to.